Hey YouTube, World Racing Tech here. I'm making this video to clarify certain things. Apparently there's doubts that this motor is 71, 72 horses. Now I want to explain something. First off, let me say, don't ever let nobody tell you that your limitations cannot be achieved and nothing is possible. That is only their opinion and their opinion only. You should only worry about your opinion and what you could achieve. So with that being said, Kawasaki Ninja 250 EXR. The original motor for a Kawasaki 250 EX or EXR varies from 28 horses to 31.5 horses in its original form. Now, this motor that's in this dune buggy, when it was in the older frame, which was way smaller, had its original horsepower. The key word is had. Now, when I took this motor out of the old frame and started building this one, because it was a bigger frame, I decided to go into the motor. Inside the motor is a stroker crank, rods, pistons. The head is poured and polished. Oversized valves. A jet kit in both carbs. Cams. And a couple electronic additives. Okay? I did not build this motor by myself. I had help with somebody else, okay, that's been building race bikes for a long time, especially 250s and so forth for Kawasaki. Now, the person in question, I will not mention his name because he doesn't want to be mentioned, but that person worked for Team Maxwell Racing in New Zealand. Okay, now, instead of me trying to prove, which I will with a dyno sheet as soon as I can find a dyno in the bushes up here where I'm at, I will prove that to you guys. Now, I have 1 or 2 people commenting, oh, this doesn't make that much horsepower, you can't achieve that much horsepower. If you look on YouTube, you will see a couple people that have achieved 85 horses, 96 horses, and so on and so forth. Any power can be achieved in any motor. Don't let nobody tell you it can't be done. Okay? I got help, and I admit to getting help, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I didn't know nothing about Kawasaki 250 motors. Okay? Which is pretty much, any motor is almost the same, and it's pretty much the same scenario, building it, taking it apart. Some things are different. Okay, as the years went by, I built countless Honda and Acura and Subaru, and Nissan, Toyota motors. Now, I took some of the experience and some of the know-how and intertwined it with this build. For a naturally aspirated motor, this is pretty good. Like I said, other people's opinions, that's on them. But I just want to say something. If you do not know how to build motors and make horsepower, please don't comment. Okay? Now, Harvey Spooner's video, he came here and some details about where the motor came from wasn't talked about. We were only talking about the kind of bike it came out of and what was the situation. It was a wrecked bike. The frame was an old 150 that somebody had. This is a 2017 Hammerhead frame. And the GY6 scooter motor that was in it was blown. So I decided to build this because I had a bigger frame and I wanted more space and other stuff. Now, in Harvey Spooner's video, we never spoke about what was done internally to the motor. I've been inside this motor twice because I got extra stuff, and I was fortunate and blessed to be dealing with certain people in some race circuits. And, you know, so the people that doubt if you want. Doesn't matter to me. I know what I built. Okay? Like I said, I had help from somebody that builds professional race bikes. All CCs. Okay? One particular guy, I'm not going to mention your name, but I should mention your name, actually. But if you look in the comments, you will see who I'm talking about. He mentioned, oh, you have the factory exhaust. If you look at the factory exhaust, the rivets are out, right? I can pop both of those out and it's de-baffled. When I take those caps off, it doesn't have the baffle, it's just the cap. That's one. Two, the muffler is substantially shorter. So I was able to increase power there for the dummy that has his opinion. The airbox. Oh, you have the factory airbox and the factory mufflers. You cannot make horsepower with a factory airbox and factory mufflers. You're wrong. The factory airbox is modded a little bit. Has a K&N filter in it. The carbs are jetted, tuned correctly. Correctly is the word. It has a lot of stuff in here. I spent over $3,000, a little bit over $3,000 on just parts, for internal parts. With that being said, please do your homework before you comment. And let's clarify again. In its stock form, the motor we're talking about comes from 28 horses to 31 horses. Stock. You guys didn't know that this motor was worked. It wasn't spoke about that. So when me and Harvey was talking about it, before I went into the motor for the last time, it had 61 horses, if I'm not mistaken. We weren't talking exactly about its stock form. Okay? And we should have spoke about that in the video, so there wouldn't be, I wouldn't have to make this video for dummies. I hate to say it like that. I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything like that. But please do your homework before you comment. Okay? There's other people on YouTube that's done it with turbos and they have 85 horses on a 250. So please tell me how it's not possible. And that's with a turbo. You could only get another 10 to 12 horses with a turbo versus an NA motor. This is an NA motor. Naturally aspirated built motor. No turbo, no nitrous, no supercharger. And I just started this YouTube channel a few months ago, for the record. So I didn't get a chance to show the build of the motor and what was put into it. But as soon as I get to a dyno, I'll make sure I post that video when I'm at the dyno, which should be sometime this spring, early summer. Like I said, you know, Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but don't let ever nobody tell you that nothing can be done. That is their limitation. Their limitation is that. If you think it could be done, go for it. Don't let nobody tell you any different. Okay? There was a lot of time and work put into this. And you know what? As a child, I never had a go-kart. So this is what made me build this. My parents were cheap and they didn't give a shit. Okay? Everything I have it for myself, and I bought it for myself. My parents didn't buy me nothing. Okay? And there's a lot of people like me. So when you grow up and you want certain things, you got to get it yourself. That's what's called being a man. And this is the other one right here. Let's see how many comments we're going to get, negative comments we're going to get about this one. This one's getting a 600 to a 1000 motor. Hopefully I'm getting a R1 motor. That's in the works. And I'll show you this build step by step. So for the doubters that think you can't work a motorcycle motor more than its capacity. I appreciate my subscribers. I appreciate the positive thoughts. I appreciate the people that are supporting. Some people understand because apparently some people don't know engine building correctly and haven't done their homework. So please do your homework before you comment negatively on something that you have no idea how it works. God bless everybody. Thank you for subscribing and liking. Share this video. Share all my videos. And like I said, I just started my channel. So, you know, certain things I should have started this long time ago. But you know, you have things. I was in a motorcycle accident and I almost died in a coma and everything. So things were hard for me, but I decided to still push on and still be here because you know what? You got to be positive and not negative in this world. Okay? Thank you all, and God bless.